Yo, what is up? It's your boy Cheez and welcome to a brand new Watch Dogs Legion video. In this video, I want to talk about the brand new update for the game. There's good news and there's bad news and much more. Before we start off the video, make sure to hit the like on this video. Let's get 500 likes and let's get right into it. As you probably expected, I want to start off this video with the bad news and slowly move into the good news. The bad news is that the update for August is likely going to drop in late August, so we'll still have to wait probably like a month or at least 3 weeks till the release of the new update. And then the good news will be that New Game Plus will be here for Watch Dogs Legion in this update as well, which is going to add 2 additional slots to every single console player first. You might have seen this already, but Wrench and Aiden are now purchasable in the store if you want to get them separately and you do not own the Bloodline DLC. It is now possible. And that together with New Game Plus, you can play the entire storyline with them as well. The free content that the update will include are an open world event, PvP invasion and PvP extraction. Originally in the invasion mode, you had to hack into someone else's session, and while doing so, the area you could hide yourself in was shrinking. Right now, since Watch Dogs Legion Online is a separate sandbox, we have to think about it differently because it is really an online mode only and you cannot hack into someone else's single player session. Although we haven't seen anything yet of the PvP extraction mode, it is very likely that it's going to be similar to Watch Dogs Legion of the Dead, although that is of course a co-op mode. But there we had to go to an extraction point as well with all the collected packages. So I can only imagine that you will have to find packages around the open world and drive to the extraction point before your enemies do. Or you and your enemies fighting over the same package that needs to be delivered. And then there's another free item, which is a world event that we do not know anything about just yet. Originally, this update was going to include only the Assassin's Creed crossover content, but obviously the PvP modes have been delayed before, and that's the reason they are now going to be happening during August. The August content is the Assassin's Creed content. We have Darcy as a new playable hero, and we have new missions with an Assassin's Creed theme. And also the world event, which is completely free to play, will be Assassin's Creed theme. As some of you guys know, there's also a new mode coming that is not on the roadmap, which is the Resistance mode. It is a brand new way to experience the single player campaign. The Resistance mode is simply more dangerous. For example, Albion soldiers notice you when you're walking through the street or when you're going through a checkpoint. Even the checkpoints are captured by Albion. Something different from the regular single player is also that underground fast travel will be disabled in this mode, and permadeath is always on. The enemies that you can find in the restricted areas are all elites and will use their abilities more frequently, while for us as the player, our hack cooldown times have been increased. So the Resistance mode and New Game Plus are both dropping at the same time, which is of course a great timing. Recently there have been loads of leaks regarding Ubisoft Watch Dogs Legion. There were leaks for the Bloodline DLC that appeared on Reddit, including Darcy's abilities as well. When leaks are already public, I sometimes talk about them, but it's not what I mainly do here on the channel. On top of that, I never confirm or deny any of these leaks. I just spread the information of that what has been leaked, because I'm very aware that everything I would leak myself would hurt my channel. And all of you guys know, when someone talks about leaks, you should always take the information with a grain of salt. I personally think that the Bloodline DLC is the best thing that happened to Legion so far, especially when we're talking about story progression. If you haven't played it, I highly highly suggest it, and I will give it a 9 out of 10. I really did enjoy it. What I liked about it most, that it was not full with a ton of filler just to get playtime out of the DLC. And saying that, yes, it did not give me a lot of playtime, but all the playtime I put in, I really enjoyed, which is of course for the better. My recent Watch Dogs video is a Watch Dogs documentary, and if you haven't seen it just yet, it is titled The History of Watch Dogs 2009 till 2021. It includes the full history of the entire franchise, and there I also talk more briefly about the Bloodline DLC. So in case you didn't see it yet, grab the popcorn and enjoy the documentary. As Ubisoft stated, Watch Dogs Legion is generating more playtime in general compared to Watch Dogs 2, and which is obviously a good thing if people actually do enjoy their playtime. And it really feels like Ubisoft is doing everything they can to improve the online mode, including more and more PvP and co-op modes. Lately I've been receiving loads of questions. Cheez, are we going to get a Watch Dogs 4? And what is going to happen to Watch Dogs Legion once this roadmap is finished? We do know that Ubisoft is going to release a new program in fiscal year 2022, and it's hard to say what a new program means or what it will include. And for your knowledge, fiscal year 2022 starts on October 1st, 2021 and ends on September 30, 2022. And right now there's no information about any potential in development Watch Dogs 4 game, and we're still waiting for results to see how well the game actually did. For example, we know that Watch Dogs 1 and Watch Dogs 2 both sold 10 million copies, and we know that Watch Dogs Legion sold 3 million copies on the first day of release, which does include all the pre-orders as well, of course. In 2021, we had Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Watch Dogs Legion dropping at the exact same time, which did decrease the amount of sales for Watch Dogs Legion. For game development studios, 2020 was a very tough year, although we do know that insane amounts of people started playing games during that time. I expect after the August update, we cannot expect just as much things happening around Watch Dogs Legion anymore. Since we have the 60 FPS mode on the next gen console, we'll have New Game Plus, and there is just not that much to look forward to. So like I mentioned before, there is much more to come, and I'm not saying that August is the last update for Watch Dogs Legion, but I just in general expect it to be a whole lot more quieter the upcoming months. If you really did appreciate all the information in this video, make sure to hit the like on this video. Subscribe and ring the bell for way more Watch Dogs Legion, Ubisoft games, and open world games in general. Check out my documentary if you haven't, it is definitely worth your time, and I will see you guys in the next video. This was Cheez, I am out. Peace.